Hi, welcome to Celebrate Aging. My name is Wendy Gordon, and I am the consulting registered dietitian here at Acumen Detroit Lakes. And I have with me Kayla Hendrickson. We're so excited to have her here this morning, and what we're going to do is do a little interview with her, and super excited that she's here. Kayla is an intern from UND, and she is an intern studying dietetics, which means, guess what? She's going to be a dietitian. So we're super excited that she's here with us. We are able to take interns in, and we have them in different disciplines, as far as we've had interns come in and do administration, social services, and I've been able to actually accept a couple dietetic interns already this year. So Kayla is one of my dietetic interns, and super excited to have her here. So what I'm going to do is just ask you, Kayla, first of all, thank you for being on TV3 with us. And what I wanted to know was, how and why did you pick to become a dietitian?
Well, diabetes runs in my family, so I have seen 3 out of my 4 grandparents manage their diabetes and all that. But more importantly, I have a passion for food and cooking, and I love how you can heal with food rather than a bunch of medications. So that's just really what got me into it.
Oh, that's so cool. And making it a personal decision, having it have affected your life makes it so different than, money being a factor or somebody else telling you it's a good occupation. When it's something that affects your life, the passion is totally different.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hear you say that. And I love that you were talking about how you realize that you want to use food to heal and help people. And that's huge. That's such a key point. That's one thing that I love to be able to educate people about, is letting them know that food can literally be medicine.
Yeah.
So having you know that already and having that be a focus and a foundation for you puts you way ahead. And I'm excited to be able to hear you say that. So that's really neat. How much time do you have left before you graduate?
So I have a couple more rotations at facilities like this and hospitals this semester, and then just one more semester. I have a 12-week internship at a hospital. So and then I'm done.
Oh my goodness! So has it gone pretty fast for you?
So fast.
Really?
I can't believe it. It's already.
So you'll graduate in May.
Yep.
Okay, so that's like 6 months away then.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Very
Well, congratulations already on your graduation.
Thank you.
And knowing that you've went to different healthcare settings, you said you're going to be going to a hospital, and you've been to some other places. I know that you've been here for just a short time, but what kind of things have you noticed about Acumen Detroit Lakes that is either different or that you've really appreciated?
Well, I obviously really appreciate that you guys do use food here to heal. I know you have a lot of patients on cranberry juice and pumpkin seeds and flax seeds, so I think that's really great and interesting to learn from you about that. And then how you involve your patients in the nutrition aspect of it. Like, I know you have a garden that you did last summer with your patients, so that's great. And then just the facility itself is just beautiful with all the remodels you guys have done.
Great.
So.
Well, thank you for all those compliments. That's wonderful. And a couple things I'm going to address with what you said is that definitely what we do here and what we've focused on is using whole foods. So I love that you already noticed so many of our residents and the people that come here for short term, they get the flax seed and the pumpkin seed, sunflower seeds, cranberry juice, 100% or cranberry tablets to prevent urinary tract infections. Those are all things that also are very preventative. So once they start getting those foods in their body, that's actually helping build their immune system and helping them function better, because prevention is a huge piece of what we want to do, is we want to prevent things from happening. And then if people have it, obviously, then get them well, heal them, and then keep them well. So I'm glad you were able to see that, and that's a huge part of what we do here at Acumen. And you also noticed about us remodeling, and we also have a huge addition with our wellness center.
Yeah, that is exciting.
It is. So I know that we got to peek in the other day and just look outside my office here, being able to see the wellness center. And also want to let you know that our wellness center will be opening in a couple months, and so we're not sure of the grand opening yet, But the Wellness Center has just been amazing to be able to have that. And the things that we'll be able to offer now is we're going to have exercise rooms, education rooms. We have pool for therapy, which is just huge to be able to have that here. So pool for therapy, then we're going to have a massage room. We also are going to have a bistro and a wellness store. So that's some of the parts I'm working on are those last two pieces. And so I'm working on the menu for the bistro. And so when thinking about that, is there things that you can think of when you're, with you coming into dietetics and being a dietitian, what are the things that you think would be a cool menu item?
Oh gosh.
Something that you love to eat.
I love avocados. That's
cool.
one of my favorite foods.
Okay.
So obviously I love adding it where other fats should be to make it a little healthier fat. So that would be exciting to add some avocados or.
That is a great idea. And definitely, like you said, avocados is kind of one of those foods that's still out there. Some people have never even tried. It's hard to believe that they've never even tried that. And so that is one food that would be an educational piece. And something that I want to really be able to do is be able to put foods on the menu, but then also do some kinds of cooking shows, displays, educational pieces, so that anything that people would eat in our bistro and cafe, they could make at home.
Yeah.
And understand how to do that. So an avocado would be a great food to be able to add.
Yeah, so easy.
Yeah. So what kind of thing, what's one thing that you could think of that an avocado we could use in the cafe?
I put it on sandwiches all the time.
Okay.
So, and then I just eat it as a snack with crackers too. So
good for you.
Easy things.
Yeah. And avocados are amazing as far as so many times people think fats are bad, that you shouldn't have fats or really minimize them, where it's important to understand that our bodies need fats, but they're the right kinds of fats that we need to eat. And an avocado is one of those fats that is extremely healthy for you, delicious, and we need it in our bodies.
Yeah.
So thank you for those ideas. That's good. And one of the other things that I know while you're here for your internship, you're going to be doing some education and presentations. And on Thursday, you're going to be doing a presentation at the Lamplighter, which is one of our assisted living buildings. So tell me a little bit about what are you going to be able to present and tell the residents there?
A few fun things. So we're going to talk about quinoa and where it comes from, talk about what it is a little bit, and then the benefits that it has on your body. Okay. We're also going to talk about proteins. We're going to talk about some different sources of protein that you can have instead of just meat. Right. Because I know a lot of the portion sizes for meat have become so big, and that really overloads your kidneys. Mm-hmm. So switching that big steak out for beans or nuts can really be beneficial to you in the long run.
Good for you.
And then we're also going to talk about some fats, some healthy fats, so avocados and, again, nuts. And we're also going to talk about carbohydrates. And Americans these days eat so much carbohydrates. Our diets revolve around them. So talk about carbs and how to maybe reduce them in your diet a little bit. And so it'll be fun.
Good. That sounds like a wonderful presentation, and so many of those key points that you are focusing on. One of the things is because you said quinoa, and that may be something that you've never heard of either, so just give them a little brief description on what quinoa is so that they probably won't be at the lecture, it'll be over by the time they watch this, but what is quinoa?
Quinoa is a grain,
but
it's actually not a grain. So we cook it like a grain, we use it as a grain, but it's actually a plant. So not many people know that. So I actually learned that too. So it's called a pseudo cereal, I think is what they call it.
Okay.
And they're little, they look like pellets when you first get them.
Yeah.
And they have a nutty taste to them when you cook them. And it's really easy. They're really easy to prepare. It's kind of like preparing oats in a way.
Okay.
Or rice, where you boil and let it simmer.
Perfect. And one of the neat things about quinoa too is that we're seeing more and more people that are gluten-free.
Yes.
Having to stay away from, wheats and those kind of products. And so quinoa is one of those pseudo grains
Yep.
that you basically I eat it a lot. I really like
Yeah.
the taste, the texture. And so what you can do with that is you kind of can use it as a rice replacement, so people understand what you can do with it.
Yeah.
But if you're gluten-free, there's many people that even if they're not diagnosed as gluten-free, they're wanting to stay away from gluten because they notice they feel better.
Yeah.
So quinoa is one of those pseudo grains that you're able to put in your diet. And the other thing about that grain is that it is very high in protein.
Yeah, and it's actually a complete protein, which means it's got all your essential amino acids
Yes.
that your body needs. So it's very,
It's a
awesome.
superfood.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's going to be really wonderful to be able to have when you go and give this presentation to the residents. And that's what I love so much about education is being able to give people simple pieces of information that changes their life. Not
Yeah.
overwhelming them, but just saying, here's 2 things that maybe you didn't know before I gave this that will make you healthier and stronger and can change your diet. So the other thing is that I don't believe in diets, I believe in a lifestyle. So I just thank you so much for everything that you've shared. I thank you for being here with us today on TV3.
Thank you.
And also we bless you in your occupational choices, and may God just show you and open the doors that He has for your future.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Kayla. Thank you so much for being here with us. Be blessed. Have a great day.